Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at a message you need to hear right now. So please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm now going to go ahead and show you your crystals. So for pile number 1, we have this green Aventurine crystal. For pile number 2, we have this Amethyst crystal. And for pile number 3, we have this blue lace agate crystal. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick any pile you are most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2 or all of them. Your intuition will always know best. You can also pause the video if you need more time, and if you are done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this green Aventurine crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at a message you need to hear today. So please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates, as the messages may differ for everyone. You chose the card Harvest. It says a gathering of blessings. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards for you. So the first card we have here is achievement, effort plus intention. It's so interesting that we have the Harvest card with blessings as well as achievement. If that's not a synchronicity, I don't know what is. And you also chose the green Aventurine crystal, which is a crystal of luck. We have the Wind Fairy, thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. Okay, the next card we have is the 7 of Bows with clearance, which is the 7 of Wands. The next card we have is the Moon on the Water, which is the Moon card. The next card we have is the Sun of Life, which is the Sun card. The next card we have is the 8 of Arrows with Struggle, and this is the 8 of Swords. The next card we have is the Star. Next we have the Temperance card. Next we have the 6 of Summer, which is the 6 of Cups. And lastly, we have the 9 of Spring, which is the 9 of Wands. Okay, my pile number 1s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what the message is that you need to hear today. So, the first thing I am noticing within your cards is we have achievement, Harvest, gathering of blessings. We also have the green Aventurine crystal, which is a crystal of luck, but also money, career, things like that. So I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with some type of goal you want to bring some type of blessing to fruition, something you want to achieve in your life. For some of you, it's in your careers, in your finances, and perhaps this is something you are really wishing to achieve with the Star card showing up. You're really asking the universe, like, please look at my dream, look at this dream I have, this wish I have to come to fruition. I wish to achieve this, or this specific goal, or this specific thing in my career or finances, and I wish to harvest a lot of blessings with the achievements and effort I put into this. I wish to have the effort I put in come back to me in blessings, and that is a valid thing to want. So you chose the green aventurine crystal, which is a crystal of luck, letting me know that something in your life is going to change with luck with this message. Okay, my pile number ones. So the feeling I get from this pile is, like I said, you really want to achieve something great within your goals, within your careers, or your finances for a lot of you, or for some of you this could be in other areas of your life where you want the effort you have put in to start blossoming like beautiful flowers. You know what I mean? You want those results to start coming in. So it doesn't necessarily have to be career, finances, but I feel this is something you really wish for with the Star card. This is something you really wish to come to fruition, for this aspect or area of your life to be blessed heavily, okay? And the Star card talks about miracles playing out in your life, as well as the energies of our wishes coming true. As we see here, it looks like she's wishing upon a star here, and her one foot is on the water, the one foot is on the rock. So that's letting me know the spiritual energies here are helping you in some way, because we also see a lot of water here in your cards. Your connection to the spiritual realms is helping you out here in some way, to trust in the universe, to trust in a higher power, that something is going to help you here achieve these great blessings you want to bring in with one or more aspects of your life. I am seeing with these aspects of your life, there have been some great challenges here that you're trying to clear out, some struggles here. As we see in the Eight of Swords here, we see a woman holding up a lantern. I think this is a woman, I'm not sure. We see a person holding up a lantern here, trying to find their way in the cold snow. You know what I mean? It may be very dark, they're in the snow, they're really struggling to walk on their path, on their journey. Okay? So the Eight of Swords also talks about fears. Maybe this person is scared to die from hypothermia. I'm sorry for saying that on camera, but perhaps this person is just scared to have some struggles and difficulties from their difficult journey or the difficult path for the moment, and they're trying to hold up the light to allow them to walk towards where they need to be, and perhaps where they need to be is not covered in snow. You know what I mean? And they're using this kind of like stick here to help them walk, because it's so hard to walk in the snow, and it's so cold, and they're really, really struggling. So this is the energy I feel you've been in for a very long time. You've been trying to clear these struggles and challenges out of your life here. And here in the Nine of Wands talks about challenges in our life. We see some light being poured into the room here. So that lets me know the challenges that were once there, light is now pouring into the room, clearing things out for you, as we see in the Seven of Wands card. Things are being cleared out for you to see clearly, as we see this man is holding some kind of I don't know what this thing is called when you look closely at something. I forgot what it's called. Sometimes when I'm channeling messages, I forgot the names of things. But there's this feeling of this person really analyzing whatever challenge is here, because the light is even shining on him. There may be a lot of clutter around him here, that he can't see things clearly. He's sitting in the dark, but now light is pouring in, and he's able to see the challenge clearly and understand why it's there. He's also writing in a book, so that lets me know he's analyzing whatever challenge is put in front of him, so that he can change that energy around and take that challenge and not let it create struggles for him, but rather let the person learn from this. So I feel you've been trying to analyze these struggles and challenges in your life, find out why they've been there in the first place. And they've been here for a very long time with the Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups talks about the past. But I feel here in the Six of Cups we see a very happy energy. So there's this energy of taking this energy from the past and from the current moment. So there's this feeling of you looking back from future you, looking back at it and seeing it as a small minuscule struggle, but right now you're seeing it as this huge struggle. So there's this feeling of your spirit guides here saying, change your thoughts and your mindset with the thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis card. Change your thoughts and your mindset on the challenges that are ahead of you, and see this challenge as something small, like you are looking back at it from the future towards the past, if that makes sense. Just think of the times where you went through heavy struggles in your life and you thought you couldn't get through it, and you got through it somehow. Think of it like that. Change your perspective on the struggles at hand. Change the perspective on the challenges. And once you change your perspective on these challenges, you are able to see it as not something huger than you, not something bigger than you, but something that can be solved. Okay? See the challenges as any challenge that comes up has a reason behind why it's a challenge and can be solved happily and playfully, as we see in the Six of Cups. That no challenge is too big for you to uncover and solve why it is there. Okay? So for example, I'll give you my own example. I once had a challenge when I was doing readings of really just taking my time and being almost like in a rush for the next readings, because I would take too long on one person and then I would go to the next person and not really rest, and then I would continue my days like that, and I would end the day so tired, and I didn't understand why I was struggling so much. Then later on, when I analyzed that problem and that challenge I had in front of me, and realized that I can change something about this. This challenge is appearing for me so that I can change something about it, okay? And I realized that I was essentially people-pleasing by spending extra time where I didn't need to be spending. Essentially making myself late for each appointment and making myself almost just tired, because I thought I need to put in extra work to be recognized in some way or to be noticed in some way. But actually that's not the truth of it, because of course we can put in extra effort where it's needed, but if we're people pleasing our way into life, we can't get anywhere, because we're just gonna run on empty every day, because we're giving everything but not having anything returned back to us. You know what I mean? So I still do put my extra time and effort in where it's needed, but nowadays I really take a step back, remind myself that I'm not in that place where I have to people please and try to kind of get validation from people. I'm not in that place anymore. I can validate my own feelings and realize that I need to put myself first to be able to pour into others, to overflow onto others. And if I am empty, I can't overflow onto others and pour into others in my job as a tarot reader with clients. So that is just a small example of my own kind of challenge, and how we can always see a challenge as something that is there to teach us something. When we look at the challenges in front of us and we see it as something we can change and not something that's going to be there that we're going to struggle with forever, then we can quickly clear out that energy. And sometimes here with the moon card, sometimes these are subconscious challenges from our subconscious mind or subconscious emotions, where we can really clear and balance out that energy with the temperance card. Sometimes it's not subconscious, but sometimes it is something where we need to follow our intuition and really use our intuition, but also our intellectual nature together to come up with a solution to this challenge. And this is what your spirit guides are letting you know today, that any challenge can be cleared if you see it in a different perspective, and if you use your intuition and intellectual nature to balance those energies out to create change here. Okay? And once you create that change, the journey will run a lot smoother. And it will feel a lot happier, as we see with the Six of Cups and the Sun card. Okay, my pile number ones? So there's this feeling of your spirit guides saying, no challenge is ever too big for you, and no challenge is going to stay forever. No struggle is going to stay forever. We can always clear those energies out, and they're letting you know you are going to clear those energies out, and your wish is going to come true with the Star card, and you are going to harvest the blessings that come with the struggle of moving past these challenges and learning from the challenges. But first we need to take a step back, really analyze the situation and find out why this challenge is here, how we can use trial and error to clear this challenge out of our lives, and realize that that challenge is not there forever. We're not supposed to struggle forever, okay? There's also the feeling of you balancing out, because we have the temperance. Temperance is about balance. There's this feeling of you balancing out your feminine and your masculine energy with the moon and the sun. Okay, so the masculine energy is all about action, putting in action to the things we want to grow in our lives. Okay, and the feminine energies, we all have masculine and feminine energies. The feminine energies are all about being receptive to the blessings that come our way, resting when it's needed, etc., etc. So once we balance these two energies out, our energy is in harmony, and we can now be ready to receive the blessings that are going to come our way, okay? The wishes that are going to come our way. And we are now ready to achieve the things we need to achieve. And with the buffalo here on the achievement card, the buffalo to me always represents this kind of strength, because the buffalo can have lots of loads on it of hardship and still move forward. And I feel like that's you, my pile number ones, where you have these hardships in your life, but you're still going to move forward and gain all these blessings associated with your wish here with the star. And that was your reading today, my pile number ones, of how the challenges you clear out are going to bring this wish to you and are going to bring this blessing to you faster than ever, and how you're really going to achieve everything you put effort into, and to realize that you're stronger than you think, my pile number ones. So I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look into a message you need to hear right now. So please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You chose the card Sacred Purpose. It says Eternal Flame and Ancestral Legacy. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards for you. The next card we have is Miracles with Ancient Wisdom. The next card we have is Trust. The next card we have is the Five of Arrows with Frustration, which is the Five of Swords. The next card we have is the Six of Arrows with Transition, and this is the Six of Swords. The next card we have is the Woodward, which is the Justice card. The next card we have is the Mirror, which is the Hanged Man. The next card we have is the Ace of Spring, which is the Ace of Wands. The next card we have is the Three of Spring, which is the Three of Wands. The next card we have is the Nine of Winter, which is the Nine of Swords. The next card we have is the Ten of Autumn, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, my pile number twos, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what the message is that you need to hear right now. So with the Sacred Purpose card and Eternal Flame Ancestral Legacy, I feel like this has something to do with your purpose in some way, of course, as we see in the card. But the thing is with our purposes, it can be very unique to each person, okay? You know, like some people can have a strong purpose to have a family and to really have marriage and kids and things like that. Some people could have strong purposes in their businesses to create something in their businesses. Some people could have strong purposes where there's a combined energy of love and career in some type of way. Some people have purposes where they have to follow some type of gift of theirs or talent of theirs. And we also see that in the Three of Wands here with a person playing some kind of harp. So perhaps some of you, this is a specific message, not all of you. Perhaps some of you are musicians of some kind or are artistic in some type of way. And also here with the Ten of Pentacles, we see a restaurant. Some of you are restaurant owners of some kind. That is just very specific messages for some of you. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like this could also be having to do with some kind of gift or talent that has to do with your purpose. I guess the only reason you would know what this is whatever this is, it has something to do with your purpose, something you are passionate about, something you have an extreme kind of pull towards to create, you know what I mean, to create more of in your life. And this is something you've been asking for a miracle in. This is something you've been asking for help in one area of your life to the universe, since we see the miracle cards here. And we see a person creating energy with their hands. So there is this spiritual field to this message. And you also chose the amethyst crystal. So there's definitely a spiritual field to this message of whatever this is. It could be part of your purpose, could be love, could be career, finances, talents, gifts. But whatever this is something you have been wishing for a miracle in, wishing for change in. And this is something that is almost like out of your control, because we see this spiritual energy here where you're waiting for the divine to help you out in some type of way with the miracles card. So my pile number 2s, we see a goat here being shot at with arrows in the air. This goat is probably so scared in the air here. I think this is called a makor, which is a Persian word for snake eater. So these goats are actually vegetarian, if I'm not mistaken, and in folklore the animal is allegedly able to kill snakes with its spiral horns and then consume these serpents. So there is this energy of you, my pal number 2s, being able to almost like eat away the frustrations that have been shot at you, or spirit in some way eating away the challenges that have been shot at you, because snakes can be represented as, you know, the types of things that keep us from going towards our journey in some type of way is what I'm feeling in this specific message. Because snakes can sometimes represent betrayal, snakes can sometimes represent illusions, things like that is what I'm hearing. So yeah, there are good meanings for snakes, but I'm taking it in context with the energy we see here. And this specific goat, I could not find much of a spiritual meaning on it, but goats are associated with fertility and lust, but they're also associated with independence, ambition, persistence, and disobedience. So perhaps there's this energy of you persistently wanting some kind of miracle with this specific thing in your life because you've been so frustrated, because it feels like the universe is almost shooting arrows at you in a sense, you know what I mean? And you're really almost lusting for this miracle to take place, for you to be free, because we see a kite here, and the kite is a symbolic energy for freedom, because the kite flies high in the sky. So you have been wishing for freedom in this specific area of your life. You've been wishing for a miracle for, because there's been so much frustration in this area of your life. So much worry is here with the 9 of Swords. And there's this energy of you just really wanting to be not trapped here, as we see a man that is trapped inside. This man can't go out because there's snow outside, and there's some kind of animal here, so blocking the path. So it's almost like some part of your life you want freedom in, where there have almost been outside things blocking your path, keeping you feeling stuck, keeping you feeling worried and anxious about this specific area of life. And you've been feeling frustrated. You've been almost really lusting or persistently looking for this miracle, trying to create this miracle in your life, trying to create change in your life, and persistently going after this thing you want in your life in one or more areas of your life. So goats are known to come under attack a lot, and they're also known to roam some of the most demanding roads. They and their horns have been associated with stoicism, the ability to stubbornly endure all possibilities and hurdles of difficulties in life, with the courage to go where no one else would dare. The goat's milk is also symbolizing health and longevity, and the goat is also symbolized with fertility, wealth, and abundance in old pagan traditions. So there is this energy of you being so strong, really trying to kind of like cross all the hurdles. You've been stubborn in your approach to this thing you want. You really want it so badly. Okay. For some of you, this could have to do with your health. This could have to do with fertility, creating a baby. If that's something you want, that's a specific message. For some of you, this has to do with your wealth and abundance and your career, as mentioned before. If it doesn't resonate, you don't have to take it, but whatever this is, it is something you've been really wishing for a miracle for, because one or more areas of your life, in this specific thing you've been wishing for a miracle for, have been full of hurdles and just a lot of difficulties in this area of your life. So you've been trying to find the courage to move forward, even though you've had some fears and felt stuck in this area of your life or one or more areas of this life. Okay. Since we have a mermaid here and a mirror, she's holding up a mirror, but she's taken out the mirror from the handle. Okay, so there's also like this energy of her pointing the mirror to us. She's taken it out, and the mirror reflects to us what needs to be reflected, right? But the mermaid represents this kind of renewal, because it embodies the water energy, the mermaid. So there's this energy of, since we're seeing water energy, there's still this spiritual element to this card and to this energy that we're seeing in this reading, that the universe is trying to show you a different perspective, trying to shine light, because the links here in the Woodward Justice card is a representation of light. So the universe is trying to shine light on a different perspective that is being shown towards you. Okay. The links is translation goes towards light. Can't remember from which language, but I read up on it today. So there's this energy of light being reflected back to you and a different perspective being reflected back to you, that this area of your life you've been wishing for a miracle for is being helped by the divine. Since we see water here in this card and this card, this area of your life is being helped by the divine, and the divine is trying to show you a different perspective, that this area of your life is going to go through a rebirth, going to go through this transition where you move away from these frustrations, from these hurdles, where you're now free with the kite in the Ace of Wands. There's this energy that you can just go after what you want and freely go after what you want. Nothing's holding you back. You know what I mean? Okay, so the energy of the divine is helping you here with the Mirror card, helping you rebirth this area of your life and helping you see a different perspective here, to trust in the universe that this blessing, this miracle is going to be brought to you and bring you freedom in this aspect of your life, where there are no longer these kind of hurdles that keep you frustrated, okay? And no longer things that keep you stuck and anxious, where you can now go after this. So the universe is trying to show you a perspective that what you want is going to be brought to you, to trust in the universe. In the Ten of Pentacles, we see a family eating dinner. We see a whole family restaurant here. So the energy I see from this card, it kind of reminds me of that saying where they say, if you ask the universe for something or God for something, trust that it's going to come to you. Just like when you order food at a restaurant, you know, they may take a little bit longer to bring your food, but you're going to sit there and patiently wait for it. You're not just going to sit there, be on your watch and wait for it the whole time and just be frustrated. You know what I mean? You're going to trust that that food's going to come, whether it takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It kind of reminds me of that energy according to the context of the other cards we have here. So there's this energy of the universe trying to show you a perspective that, yes, you've gone through many transitions and hurdles in your life, and you've really tried to kind of free yourself from the struggles you've been experiencing, from the frustrations you've been experiencing. But the universe is trying to show you the perspective that the divine is helping you rebirth this energy, that when you ask for something, it is going to come to you. You are going to experience this free energy in this area of your life. When you ask for a miracle, it is going to be brought to you, but trust that it's going to be brought to you. Don't sit there in fear and anxiety of, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And that is your message today, my pal number 2s. Whatever you've been wishing for a miracle for is going to come to fruition. Just like when we order food at a restaurant, we don't know how long it's going to take, but we trust that it's going to come to us. Okay, my pal number 2s. And there's this energy after you receive this miracle in your life. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to trust that it's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we're going to trust that it's going to happen. And you're going to feel very free when it does happen with the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is, we see the idea of spring coming, flowers blooming. So when we go from winter to spring, winter is the period where we're just not having any growth, but now spring is starting. It's the first day of spring. The flowers are starting to grow again. This area of your life is starting to bloom again. You're no longer feeling stuck. You're feeling free, and you're feeling harmonic with the universe with the 3 of Wands here, because we see this person enjoying and playing the harp for the birds here. So there's this energy of you transitioning to this freer energy in your life where the universe is giving you justice for the hardships and the stuck energy you've been experiencing in your life. Okay, my pal number 2s. And I want to talk about the fact that we have a swan on this card. The swan is a representation of the energy of spirituality, innocence, purity, and romance. So there is this energy of you really being helped by the divine in some way, and having very pure intentions towards this journey, because we see the sailboat here. The sailboat is also a representation of the journey. So the message here from the universe today is you are going to get the miracle, but try to enjoy the journey, because this is a journey. Whatever this purpose is, whatever this miracle you've been wishing for is, it is part of your purpose. So trust that it is going to come in, because it is part of your purpose, okay? And the universe wants to give it to you. Trust that it's going to come to you, just like when you order food at a restaurant. Trust that the divine is going to help you out, but also know that this is a journey, to enjoy the journey and not to keep yourself in frustration or this trapped energy of illusion if if there's nothing to feel trapped about. Try to enjoy the journey. Just like when you're sitting at the restaurant, you're not just going to sit there impatiently. You're going to talk and enjoy and speak to whoever you're sitting with. But the energy here is you have all your life to fulfill this wish, to fulfill this purpose of yours. And you are going to do it. So trust in the universe, but also have fun while doing it. It is a journey. It's not a destination. You know what I mean? So have fun while you're doing it. And you're going to see more of this free energy come in when you allow this transition to take place and this journey to take place. Okay? Yeah, because sailboats represent like journey and the adventure, you know. And also we have the links here in the Justice card. We see this man looking incredibly strong. You've been very strong to try and get past these hurdles, and the universe sees you, sees how much you've struggled with feeling stuck and anxious in this area of your life. But you are going to have your independence, because that's what the links represents. You are going to be protected in this area of your life, and you are going to really just have everything you need in this area of your life where you feel free, like we saw with this energy, and things are going to start to bloom in this area of your life. You're going to have fun on this journey. You're no longer going to feel stuck, and that is your message today, of a message you need to hear right now. I really hope that this reading resonated for you, my pile number 2s. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this blue lace agate crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look into a message you need to receive right now. So please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave what doesn't, as the message is going to differ for everyone. We have the card Idyllic Times, the Garden, and Paradise. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards for you. Okay, we have Wings of Light, Becoming Something New. We have the Cat, Independence and Healthy Boundaries. We have the Queen of Arrows with the Swan, which is the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Stones with the Foundation of Life, which is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Page of Stones with the Lynx, which is the Page of Pentacles. We have the Archer, which is the Chariot. We have the Seven of Summer, which is the Seven of Cups. We have the Five of Summer, which is the Five of Cups. We have the Knight of Autumn, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And lastly, we have the Ten of Summer, which is the Ten of Cups. Okay, my pile number 3s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly what the message is that you need to hear today. So there's this energy of you trying to create this energy of paradise, of this energy of heaven in your sort of reality. Or this could be multiple areas of your life, or this could be you trying to almost transform yourself to receive this energy. Okay? So the energy I feel here, you've been wanting paradise, this feeling of heaven, this feeling of really the divine coming through in one or more areas of your life. And you've been wanting the energy to change, to become something new, or you've been wanting yourself to change in some type of way with the Becoming Something New card. In this area of life, or more areas of life, with the Five of Cups here, we see a woman built a sandcastle and the water is splashing her sandcastle away. So perhaps this is an area of your life where you've built something for yourself. You've built a stable foundation for yourself in this area with the Ace of Pentacles. And you've really worked hard on this area of your life. As we see the sandcastle, it's so beautiful. You know what I mean? And it's almost like this energy of outside circumstances washing away your hard work, blowing away your hard work of something you've done for yourself, something where you've tried to really create a stable foundation for yourself, where you've really tried to create independence in this area of your life or more areas of your life. You've really tried to transform this area of your life, yet you find yourself being disappointed by it kind of being washed away, okay? Or being, what's the word? Being influenced in some type of way. It doesn't necessarily mean it's completely being washed away, but maybe when we see this water coming, it doesn't mean the whole sandcastle is going to fall, but maybe some parts of it are falling. You get what I mean? So this foundation that you've built is no longer so stable as you've built it. Okay, my pile number 3s. For some of you, I could feel this could have to do with love, because we have the swan here. The swan is the energy of spirituality, innocence, purity, and romance. So perhaps for some of you, you've created a beautiful romance with someone where you wanted it to be pure love. You wanted it to be this kind of paradise. Now I'm hearing Paradise by Rosa Cecilia, where she basically sings about her wanting paradise with a person, but is he leading her up the tree? You know what I mean? Is he keeping her in purgatory because she wants paradise? So for some of you, I feel this could be romance. The swan is also a symbolism in the theater, the arts, and the performing arts. And we also see something creative here where a woman is sewing a dress on her. So some of you could have this to do with your talents or something creative of some kind, where you are really putting all your kind of spiritual essence into this thing, okay? Trying to create almost like this paradise kind of energy with what you create, this harmonic, beautiful energy of what you create, whether it is fashion, whether it is the arts of some kind, something you're wanting to create here and build for yourself where you have a stable foundation. For some of you, I feel like this could also be a project you're denoting yourself all in, okay, where you really conduct yourself with honor and integrity and stay pure with your intentions. And for some of you, I feel like this could also be your own journey, like your own spiritual journey. You know what I mean? Because the swan represents spirituality. This could be you building up your own spiritual energy, and then almost like someone else or outside influences are trying to rain on your parade. Okay? So yeah, there's this energy of you really trying to create paradise in one or more areas of your life, only to see something almost trying to tear it down of the outside influences, and you're feeling really disappointed in this because you've worked so hard to build a stable foundation for yourself and independence in this area of your life, and really transform yourself or this aspect of your life to create this energy of paradise, of heaven in your specific life, my pile number 3s. You know, this message is kind of similar to pile number 2, because pile number 2 also had the swan and the lynx in it, but in different cards. So it's very interesting, but different in a way as well. So like I mentioned, you have been trying to create independence, create a stable foundation in this area of your life where you've been trying to transform or your own self, you know what I mean? And, you know, the lynx also represents independence. So we see independence showing up twice. So for some of you, you know, this could also have to do with career or having a home, buying a home. Because when I think of independence, I think of living on your own, things like that, having your own things. So for some of you, it could also have to do with those areas of your life where you've been really just trying to create and build a stable foundation, but also build a harmonic and create a harmonic energy of this beautiful paradise energy, and with the butterfly here, even transforming the energy, making this area of your life become something new, become something greater, or making yourself become something greater. And there's this energy of you really, with the Knight of Pentacles, with the turtle here, you've been really taking it slow and steady, trying to create this independence for yourself, this stable foundation for yourself in this area of your life, but some kind of challenge has tried to kind of rain on your parade and made you feel almost like this area of your life was falling down, like it was not becoming what you wanted it to be. The message I feel here from your spirit guides is, for those of you where I said this is love, I feel like for some of you this could be a twin flame relationship or a soulmate relationship. Take it as it resonates, because we see the idea of purity and innocence here, but I'm also just feeling the energy here, okay, my pile number threes. And for some of you, I feel like this person, if it is a romantic connection, this person is really guiding you through the disappointments, through the little things in your life that make the relationship feel like it's falling apart. But it's not really falling apart, because we don't really know what's going to happen when this water washes away. Is it really going to sweep up this whole sandcastle? We don't know. You know what I mean? We're only seeing what's happening in the moment and the anxiety and disappointment that goes with it happening in the moment, but we don't actually see what happens after. So there's this energy of this person guiding you in some type of way or another to become your best self in this romantic connection, if it is love, to become your most independent self, to become a beautiful human being and transform yourself as a person in this love. Okay, so that is what I feel if it has to do with love. And perhaps, you know, this energy here I'm seeing is conflict, of like the conflict almost washing away what you've built for yourself with each other, almost like washing away that purity of that pure romance energy you've put into it. Okay. If this is not love, I feel like for some of you, you know, you've experienced a lot of hostilities and unrest in this aspect of your life, really worrying about this aspect of your life, or feeling disappointed in this aspect of your life because you've built something so great here, and it feels like something's just wanting to wash away that energy of something you've built for yourself, my pile number threes. And for those of you building just your own energy, where you're creating this new version of yourself, transforming yourself to become your best self on earth, as we see with the Paradise card, there is a lot of adjustments that come in. There's a lot of changes that come in that help you become the best version of yourself. And if it's other areas of your life and not yourself, I also feel like there is some type of change coming in here that is going to adjust this energy, that is going to help you really just transform this area of your life. And it's going to happen very fast, because we see this woman having wings of light, really going fast here. And we also see the Chariot here about to depicted as a warrior archer, about to release this arrow. And when I think of the arrow's spiritual meaning, when we pull back the arrow, we slowly pull it back, we aim for where we want to go, and then we release it, and it goes very, very fast. So there's this energy of the universe helping you out here very, very fast, where change comes in fast, where you almost need to adjust. It feels like you're being pulled back right now, but you're going to spring forward, like the Chariot card and this card here. So there's two cards here symbolizing this energy of this change coming in fast for you, my pile number threes. Really, really fast, so that it's almost like this water goes back out, and the water doesn't come back here to take this sandcastle down. Does that make sense, my pile number 3s? You also chose the Heart Blue Lace Agate. So the Blue Lace Agate card talks about healing the energies. So the universe, since we see the energies of purity, of innocence here, of paradise, there's this energy of the angelic realms helping you out in this aspect of your life, or whatever this is, helping you out to heal this specific thing, so that this is no longer troubling you, my pile number 3s. And it's done with love, since the shape you chose was a heart. It's done with love from the angelic realms, so that you can really feel happiness in this area of your life. Because we go from the 5 of Cups, and here you're traveling away from that. I know it doesn't mean that, but I see it intuitively. And here we have the 10 of Cups, this energy of you really celebrating, you really feeling that paradise energy around you, you really feeling that change around you, of the universe bringing this in, really celebrating your wish come true in some type of way. So the angelic realms are lovingly supporting you to this happy energy, because you've built so much for yourself, and it's not fair that this kind of happens to you. So there's this energy of you really looking back and feeling so thankful to the universe for healing this aspect of your life, so that it can become paradise again, because you've really put pure intentions of love into this area of your life, or more areas of your life. Okay, so there's this energy of you really celebrating here, as we see all the fairies here just being very happy at the waterfall. Waterfalls are also the energies of cleansing, so we see the problems being cleansed away, and what we've built for ourselves really growing. 10 is also an energy of excess, so excess happiness in this area of your life. You really transforming this area of your life, and it becoming something new, my pile number 3s. So that was your reading, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!